My oh my, what is up, folks? Hope you're all doing well. Welcome back to the show here at Esports Talk. Come on, man. For some more Cloud9 drama, Cloud9 controversy. I'm sure none of you guys are surprised by now, given a recent roster change to the Cloud9 amateur lineup for League of Legends, that being the removing of a player known as Tempos, who, by the way, has taken this situation so well, okay, with a great head on his shoulders. I'm sure this kid has a great future. He made some big life changes before committing to this Cloud9 roster, who has now dropped him after a short period of time of what is being called a developmental roster, as LCS and League of Legends making a lot of changes out there for the younger scene. It's a great look forward for the future, and certainly there will be a lot of issues until things are really tuned out. Cloud9 has certainly been under fire as of late, which has added fuel to this situation. But Tempos, most importantly, I'll read off his responses very last for all of you guys. He is taking this situation very great. Jack Etienne did respond to a few posts in this thread. I'm only going to read you guys a back and forth in one argument. Check out the thread if you want to see more, because Jack and Cloud9 certainly are under heavy fire from everyone but the player who was actually kicked, that being Tempos. As in a post by Myra and others out there, they did make sure to note some things that apparently might not be factually true, saying make a long-term developmental roster, bring in a coach from CLOL. CLOL coach brings in some of his buddies. One of them clearly has a long way to go, but has promise. Whole community tells you this. You approve it. Kid drops out of college for your team. Kick him after 3 weeks. And I have also very briefly spoken to Tempos. Make sure to show him some love if you guys do want to. Best of luck to this kid in his future. And he did confirm to me, yes, he actually had a scholarship to go to college to ISU. I thought at first it was Iowa State. That's my alma mater. Roll Clones, baby. If any of you guys are out there, I'm a Midwest boy. It's actually Illinois State, of which, yes, he did drop out of college, even despite having a scholarship to pursue this kind of thing, which is crazy in itself. So again, show him some love if you want to. But that was one of the crazier parts of this story. Obviously, he was given a chance with Cloud9. The kid drops out of college to pursue that, of which I want to make sure you guys are all clear here. Cloud9 didn't force the kid to drop out of college. That in itself entirely is his own decision, and that's why that kind of choice is such a giant debate in esports and gaming. Do you give up your college career to pursue pro gaming, which we're not going to get into today? As the thread continues, I do not care if Breezy over Tempos is a better idea as a player. The point stands, those were obvious downsides to a lot of the Cloud9 players, but that's fine because you have good coaches in all three of your teams and resources to help that. Nothing in 3 weeks changed to show you that. Tempos is not the choice that you didn't know beforehand. Bringing him in, like all his up and downsides, are very known, especially if you are a CLOL insider. And then goes on to stress the importance of this being a developmental roster because they kicked him so soon. How can you develop talent if you kick them after such a short period of time? And here's where Jack gets involved. As Jack stated, everything you've stated here is fiction. Your attempts to stir up drama are not appreciated, and I hope you would take note that Tempos understands that this move was for the best. And is replied to saying, is it fiction that you offered multiple players contracts at the same time and whoever would sign first gets the role? Because I have hard evidence saying otherwise. Is it false you originally wanted to sign your players to 3-year contracts? Because same goes for that. Jack goes, there will be times when players are taking their time to evaluate their options and want them to decide. In those cases, it's actually logical to put out multiple offers for the same role if they're equally qualified. As long as everyone is aware, it's fine. Myra asks, so it's not fiction? Jack goes, your rant was certainly fiction. Myra asks, which part specifically? The part where he dropped out for this? The part where a developmental roster is making cuts to a player which known issues going in extremely fast into the process? The part where multiple players from the coach's CLOL team are on the roster? Let me know. And later on, asking Jack what specifically was wrong, to which Jack goes, your entire approach is wrong to start with. This entire dramatic episode seems more about bringing yourself attention than anyone else. To which there has been a lot of feedback. If you guys want to check out that thread from other people, also I would say showing their discomfort with some of the choices made with that Cloud9 amateur roster, seemingly a lot of nuances that even I don't know about, some more finite details as well. The base of the argument being, when it's a developmental roster, you have players making some risk to actually commit to a roster and then being cut shortly thereafter, to which Jack does make his own responses. If you guys want to check out more of those, I would say most importantly in all of this, no matter how you feel about Cloud9 and Jack and their actions, and again, feel free to feel however you guys want around this. It's certainly a complicated situation, but Tempos, the most important person in all of these cases, a lot of players and people out there making their stances, I would believe Tempos, the one who was kicked, the one who dropped out of college, is probably the most important responder here, to which he has taken this situation, like I said before, very, very well. As he said, I appreciate the outcry of support for me in light of the Cloud9 roster swap, but I ask that you guys not attack Cloud9. I've really grown as a player under the coaching for the past 2 months, and it just wasn't working from a team perspective. You will see me in the LCS. And later stating, making sure to clarify, I do already have a zoology bachelor, so signing was relatively low risk for me. I ask that people see my improvement as a player and act excited for my future in League rather than make me a pity case. I appreciate everybody, but everything is okay, honestly. So think what you want about this one, guys, and I wish Tempos the best of luck. Again, feel free to share him some love. It has just been story after story after story with Cloud9 as they try and figure things out and how to handle these individual cases. I'm sure it's probably not the end of it. What do you guys think? Until next time, you know what to do, all right? Take a sip on some water, maybe some ca, stay hydrated. I'll see you guys back here next time. Take care.